This is my first demonstration, which has 3 parts. The prototype mainly focuses on the gameplay and the artwork. By collecting keys, which are balls in the game scene, and escaping the chasing from the enemies, the player then can open the door and clear the level successfully. For the artwork part, besides the environment building, I also want to make 3D models for all the characters, including their basic movement. After rounds of playtest and days of developing, I've come to this game version, and several updates have been made. For collecting parts, keys are randomly instantiated in 6 out of 9 potential points. To increase difficulties, 1 enemy will be added after 2 keys are collected. With regard to players' experience, UGUI and skills are introduced. The top right corner will tell the players whether it is detected by the enemy. Player also can use 2 unique skills to notify enemy moving and detecting functions. Serving as a punishment, player cannot pick up keys during the E-skill. Besides UI and skill system, I also insert a point light inside each enemy, serving as a visual augment. If the player enters the perception area of the enemy, the light will turn from white to right. Player can accelerate for 5 seconds, but slow down for 2 seconds as a punishment. In a word, players can use both skills and indications to help them get those keys. By developing this game, I realized that playtests are really important, especially in taking advices and put them into the game. In next section, I will mainly focus on the future updates and artwork of my game. Besides gameplay introductions for players, it also tests some of my artistic ideas of this game. For players, the tutorial is only a linear experience, which is different from that of the mine scene. Referring to several Soviet prisons, this room introduced the basic movement with several posters of that time. In order to open the specific door, the player has to collect certain keys. As you can see, the tools in the scene is going to replace the balls in the mine scene, which are the keys to open the doors. Jumping is another basic movement that player can use when they are collecting keys and running away from the enemies. Besides, sliding along walls is another function that I realized in my game. I'm still not sure whether those 2 functions will improve the player experience with regard to the classic Pac-Man. In the future update, I want to make skills a limited resources which players can only use 1 or 2 times in a game, and it will consume their keys. Thus, I want to make a dilemma where player has to balance between using their key to escaping from the enemy and saving their keys to pass the level.